What if I told you the Nintendo Switch 2 launch lineup wasn't just impressive, but also offered some seriously intriguing remasters? We're diving into the world of Sega's Switch 2 offerings, and trust me, there are some surprises. So the Nintendo Switch 2 is here, and Sega's brought some heavy hitters to the party. We're talking about a trio of games: Yakuza 0, Director's Cut, Pew Pew Tetris 2's, and Sonic X Shadow Generations. Now, while the Switch 2 might not pack the same punch as a PlayStation 5 or Xbox Series X, its portability is a real game changer, and these titles highlight that perfectly. Let's start with the big one. Yakuza 0, Director's Cut. I've been a huge fan of the Yakuza series, Now Like a Dragon, for years, and this prequel is a masterpiece. For those unfamiliar, it's the perfect entry point. The story introduces Kazuma Kiryu and Goro Majima in a captivating way. Remember those amazing minigames and side quests? Pocket circuit racing? Managing a cabaret club? Seriously addictive stuff. In the 1980s setting? Pure gold. The combat is fantastic too. Kiryu and Majima each have distinct fighting styles, making for incredible variety. Now, the original had some dated visuals, but the Switch 2 version runs smoothly in 1080p at 60 frames per second. It practically mirrors the PS4 version visually. But there's a catch: 25 minutes of new cutscenes. Think of them as a tasty extra for longtime fans. There's also a new online multiplayer mode called Red Light Raid, where you battle hordes of enemies with up to 60 playable characters. It's fun, but I wouldn't dedicate my entire weekend to it. One more welcome addition: a full English dub. A huge win for those who prefer it. This is a fantastic upgrade, especially on the Switch 2, but the core experience hasn't changed radically. So if you played it already, you might not find enough must-have improvements to justify a full-price repurchase. However, the enhanced performance makes for a smoother, more enjoyable experience. At $49.99, it's a worthwhile option for new players. Next up, Pew Pew Tetris 2's. Perfect for casual gamers who want a fun, versatile puzzle game on the go. It's a fantastic mashup of two iconic franchises, and it's jam-packed with different game modes. Play classic Tetris, Pew Pew, or some innovative hybrid modes. There's even a story mode to keep you engaged. Graphically, it's fairly simple. It's essentially an enhanced port, and that's visible. Still, the higher resolution makes it sharper. They added the ability to use the Joy-Cons as a mouse, which is a nice touch. The game remains entertaining, but charging full price, $39.99, for what amounts to a minor upgrade might feel a little steep for those who already own the original on Switch. And finally, we have Sonic X Shadow Generations, essentially a bundle of Sonic Generations, a remaster, and a new campaign called Shadow Generations. Think of it as a remix. They're combining old and new levels, this time with Shadow as the main character. It blends 2D and 3D levels and plays with time travel. The new 3D overworld is a clever addition, connecting the levels. The game runs at a much higher resolution and double the frame rate, 60 frames per second, compared to the original Switch version. The best part? Both games are fully voiced in German. Sonic X Shadow Generations offers a great Sonic adventure, and it's definitely worth playing. But again, the lack of an upgrade path for those owning the original version feels a bit rough at the $49.99 price point. So there you have it. Sega's Switch 2 offerings deliver a mix of classic titles with fresh updates and new experiences. But consider the value proposition carefully, especially if you already own some of these titles on other platforms. What do you think? Which game will you be picking up? Let us know in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe and share this episode with your friends.